Yesterday, an eighth-inning Padres run rampage as San Diego rallied for an 8-3 win over the Rockies. Tonight, the Dodgers, with their middle-of-the-lineup 1-2 punch of Ethier and Kemp, open a 3-game series. Bullpen ace Heath Bell remains a Padre. May the bell continue to ring. Monday night in downtown San Diego, and Petco Park the Seine for the first of a 3-game series. The Los Angeles Dodgers come in to meet the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone. Dick Enberg along with Mark Grant. We're pleased that you're with us. The Dodgers and the Padres could be battling for fourth place in this series. The Dodgers are only 2 games ahead of Los Angeles, and they've just finished July. The Dodgers, with all that talent, have yet to have a winning record in any of the 4 months of this year.
Before this season started, the Los Angeles Dodgers were picked to finish second in the National League West behind the Giants, and their power has had an outage, a big-time outage. When you got guys like Loney, who's batting down in the order the last 30 days, 185. Ethier hitting 238 the last 30 days. Even Kemp, he's hitting 284, but still collectively, these guys are not driving in runners in scoring position. When I look at these guys at bats, they're falling behind in the count, taking bad hacks, and really trying to be pull happy. That's what will happen to a lot of guys not using the whole field. That's what they're not doing lately, and that's why I think you see the numbers the last 30 days.
It is surprising with 2 all-star superstars in the outfield in Ethier and Kemp, and yet during July, their team batting average was 221, the lowest in all of the National League, and they hit 192 with runners in scoring position.
I think this team, Dick, has shown us, though, in the past, these guys are so good, they're such good hitters, that they can turn it around in a moment's notice. They put up numbers like that in the past. I mean, these guys are all-stars. Kemp, Ethier. Hopefully it doesn't start tonight because the San Diego Padres got a good young left-hander they have to challenge by the name of Corey Lupke.
But the Dodgers have an all-star left-hander on the mound as we go to our pitching matchup on this Monday night. Clayton Kershaw, 12 wins, only 4 losses. He leads the National League in strikeouts. Against Corey Lupke, who has pitched 10 innings in his brief Major League career against the Dodgers, no runs and only a couple of base hits. 2 lefties go to work, and our pitching matchup is brought to you by Discount Tire, where America saves on tires. The rivalry, Southern California. Los Angeles and San Diego, here we go again. Lupke, making his 7th start for the Padres this season, has worked very well. 3.5 his record, but hasn't gotten a lot of run support. The ERA tells the story. 2.92, and look at the opposing batting average, 1.87. That's even better than Kershaw. And his pitcher profile is brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in for an attractive lease or purchase offer.
You know, when I look at Corey Lupke, he's getting ahead of hitters, he's putting them away, and the opposition, they are not taking good hacks off of the young left-hander. Good stuff, pounds the zone, and look for his secondary pitches, more changeups, more curveballs against this Dodger lineup.
And speaking of that lineup for Don Mattingly, here are the Dodgers and the order in which they will hit. Brought to you by Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411. Well, Matt Kemp, the leadoff or the cleanup hitter for these LA Dodgers, when you look at the National League statistics, his name appears in the top 10, if not the top 3 of almost every offensive category. An MVP season for him. Dee Gordon just called up from Albuquerque, will lead it off the shortstop. Casey Blake back in the lineup after being on the DL for a couple of months. Ethier, Kemp, Rivera from Toronto, Barajas the catcher. Loney dropped to the number 7 spot in the order, and Jamie Carroll at 8th. And then the pitcher as the game is underway. First pitch just out of the strike zone to Gordon. That's in there, barked out by Tom Hallion, calling the balls and strikes. Don Mattingly's team suffering through all the offseason distractions, including the ownership difficulties, going all the way back to that San Francisco Giants fan being brutally beaten at Dodger Stadium. It's just been a tough year to concentrate on just baseball. Mattingly wasn't handed a clean plate, and his team has played that way. They're 48-59. By the mound, dive by Lupke, and unable to make the play is Hudson. Well, Gordon is fleet-footed. I'm not sure, even if fielded cleanly, that Hudson could have thrown him out. That should be a base hit.
Some good speed at top of the lineup for Don Mattingly and his Dodgers, and there are no bad hops in the air. So Dee Gordon, he tops this baseball. I thought Lupke, being the athlete he is, had a chance, and no room for error as Orlando Hudson tries to make the Gold Glove play, but cannot come up with it. Good effort.
Belly flop there by Lupke. Gordon at Albuquerque had 30 steals and was hitting .333 on the season with the Isotopes. Casey Blake, third baseman, veteran with a very tough first half of the season. He had neck, back, and elbow problems and missed some 54 games. So he's just now getting his swing grooved.
Yeah, the timing is going to be off, and Corey Lupke has to know that. And quickly ahead, which is a good sign. Pound the zone with a guy like Casey Blake up there.
Luxury of hitting in front of Ethier and Kemp. So gets good pitches. Especially tough with 2 outs. He's hitting .308 on the year with 2 away. But here, no one out, and Gordon at first, just underway, first inning.
Casey Blake also getting long in the tooth. 37 years old, the veteran Dodger.
I thought when you got older, your teeth got shorter, not longer.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
So confusing, isn't it? Swung out and missed. Blake slowly walks back to the dugout. Couldn't find the slider. Let's look at the Padre defensive alignment with Henry, Bartlett, Hudson, and Guzman at first base. Blanks in left, Maven in center, and Aaron Cunningham, just recalled from Tucson, is in right field. Also, Blake Tecote is also in the dugout. He's been brought up from San Antonio. Rob Johnson behind the plate. Lupke on the mound. Time of transition with Ryan Ludwig off to Pittsburgh. And Mike Adams will do his work in the American League with the Texas Rangers.
And we saw Mike yesterday in the bullpen, and Mike was still hanging around today in the clubhouse. The Rangers having an off day.
So he was cleaning out his locker, and it was kind of a sad scene. But this is the game of baseball, and we know that trades happen, and we wish him nothing but the best.
He was shocked, in tears, when he found out yesterday. He thought for certain it would be Bell because of all the publicity surrounding Heath Bell, and that he then would become the closer. But instead, he'll go back to his home state of Texas. Heath Bell will continue to be the Baron of the bullpen for San Diego. Ethier, earlier this year when the Padres were up at Dodger Stadium, he was in the midst of that hitting streak, 30 consecutive games. That's the longest in the majors this year. A ball and a strike. Against left-handed hitters, Lupke has been mighty tough. 152 batting average facing left-handers. This is one of the best in the league. Ethier bounce toward short. Bartlett to the bag, and then the throw to Guzman. A double play. That'll do it for the Dodgers in the first inning. That old pitcher's best friend, the double play, takes care of Andre Ethier. Coming up, Maben, Bartlett, and Headley. League, and he's only 23 years of age. Clayton Kershaw, 6'3" and 217, leads the National League in strikeouts, 173 in just 152 innings. 213 batting average against. For those that qualify, that's fourth toughest to hit in the National League. The only good news we could find in terms of the Padres' chances tonight, he's 8-1 at home, but 4-3 on the road.
And he's very aggressive with his pitches. He will pound the strike zone. Big thing about against Clayton Kershaw, see if you get the fastball up, elevated in the zone, and go to hacking that way.
Maben squares and takes it inside. It's an all right-handed hitting lineup to face Kershaw tonight, except for the pitcher Lupke. Maben, 352 since the All-Star break. Two and 0. Last year, Kershaw, as a 22-year-old, won 13 ball games, already 12 this season. And he's won his last 4 in a row. And he falls behind 3-0.
Cannot locate the fastball early. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change from the young left-hander.
A walk to the base-stealing phenom Maben wouldn't be a bad way to start for the Padres. And he takes it up high, ball 4. Missed with a fastball again. Leadoff walk. We said the other day, 38% of the time that man comes around to score. Padres starting lineup is brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Following Maben, it's Bartlett, Headley. Guzman has been terrific. Hudson, Cunningham bats 6th. Kyle Blanks in left 7th. Rob Johnson, who had his first major league pinch hit yesterday, the double, bats 8th. And then Lupke. Runner goes. First pitch. The throw by Barajas, not nearly in time. Maben has stolen his 20th consecutive base, and that gives him a total of 26 on the year.
Well, the first thing I noticed right there is I think Cameron Maben, you know what? He took off as soon as Clayton Kershaw came set position, not giving him any time to look at the runner or go towards home plate. He is off and running just like that in a scoring position. And another King Stallman stolen base for Cameron Maben.
So the leadoff walk and the steal. Good as a stand-up double. And here's Bartlett, who did a good job of faking the bunt to give the catcher Barajas a little more to see as he made his throw through to second base. The Dodger catchers have not exactly been on fire in terms of throwing runners out this year. They're just over 20% success. So that means 80% of the time men are successful stealing. Headley next, and you saw Guzman in the hole. Slider bounces it in. Bartlett does not offer.
You know, usually when a runner's on first base, the pitcher comes set, right? Especially with a left-hander like Kershaw. If you've got the green light, you're going to steal. You'll wait until that first move. That leg comes up. Cameron Maben started way before that. As soon as Kershaw came set, bam, he was off and running.
He's from Highland Park, Texas, Dallas suburb, and went to high school. Must have been a pretty good football and baseball team with Matt Stafford, the #1 draft pick of the Detroit Lions, the quarterback from Georgia. They were high school mates.
Oh. Now, I bet you they were undefeated. They had to be.
You would think that's a pretty good start. You take those two and 7 chemistry majors, and you'd win the state title. The shortstop Gordon and the second baseman Carroll are playing well off the bag at second, so Maben has a very big lead. Now Gordon trying to duck his head in there, keep him honest. Two and two, another fastball high. This is the 10th game between these two teams this year, and the Dodgers have prevailed 6 wins, 3 losses. They swept the Padres, remember, in all those low-scoring games just before the All-Star break. And they're 2-1 here at Petco. Foul back. That one well under the overhang, and someone must have made a good play down there.
And I'll bet you they brought their glove. Not only make a clean catch with that glove, but protect the people around you as well. It's another reason why you should bring your glove to the ball yard.
That's how you get a good hand from your mates around you. Where's the count on his Dodger uniform? 2-2. Smothers that foul, does Bartlett. Yeah, the Padres clubhouse, while, as you pointed out, Mark Grant, emotional, sad, to see 2 very popular guys, Ludwig and relief pitcher Adams, go. They still were brightened by that comeback yesterday, scoring 6 runs in the 8th. Ground ball sharply, and Maben has to hustle back to second as Blake throws Bartlett out. Couldn't find a hole, hit it smartly. Let's look at the defense of the Dodgers, brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Blake and Gordon, Carroll and Loney on the right side. Juan Rivera, a pickup from Toronto. Cash and a player to be named later. Kemp in center, Ethier in right. Barajas behind the plate. Chase Headley. With Ludwig gone, he's now the RBI leader on the club with 37.
Well, Jason Bartlett did everything he could to try to get that runner over inside and out in pitches, but fouling him off.
There's the fastball high strike. What isn't on his statistical sheet is the fact that he is number 4 in the league in doubles. Ground ball right side. Came one better too late as Maben moves to third. Carroll Taloni for the putout. 2 gone.
Well, Clayton Kershaw last time out threw a lot of pitches. 125 pitches in only 6 2/3. Usually he's going to take his 7, maybe 8. He's got 4 complete games or 3 complete games this year. But he's been going deeper into the ball games. Years past have been kind of a little, tentative with him because, being so young, don't want to, rack up the innings on that young arm. But he's been good for about 105, 110 pitches each time out.
Here's Guzman, who has been a run producer, and he lines this one for a base hit over the leaping try of Gordon. Guzman delivers again, and Maben scores, and the Padres take the early lead. This is an amazing run by the 27-year-old Guzman. 22 RBIs.
What the Roy Hobbs is going on here? Wonder Boy swinging that hot shillelagh. Good swing. It's a fastball about knee high inside, and he gets his hands through nicely, just out of the reach of D. Gordon, and the Friars are on the board with a point.
Leadoff walk pays off.
Yep, 38% of the time, right? He scores.
Orlando Hudson batting right-handed. His stronger side as a switch hitter, as is the case with Headley. Guzman not a threat to steal. Oh, that bat is shattered in 3 different pieces. They get the put out at second base, and the inning comes to an end. But the Padres, and that's a good sign when they score first, they're 28-12. Will that hold up against the sensational Clayton Kershaw? In for 2012 season ticket holder before August 26. If you apply, you'll receive 5 complimentary tickets, so you can enjoy great games this season, sample all the seats here at Petco, and enjoy all the exciting benefits of being a Padres season ticket holder. Don't miss out. Call 619-795-5555. Tell the Padres you're in. Matt Kemp, cleanup hitter deluxe. And the count goes 0-2 on Kemp. .317 batting average. He leads the National League in RBIs with 82. 26 home runs and 28 steals. Drives that one deep to right, but not deep enough. Cunningham able to get back for the out.
But if the Padre pitching staff can contain Andre Ethier and Matt Kemp in this series, you got to like their chances. And Corey Lupke is doing a fine job facing 4 hitters. That 1 base hit infield knocked to Deke Gordon, but he's pounding the zone nicely.
Here's Juan Rivera, 33-year-old veteran outfielder, Venezuelan. Acquired earlier in July, 14 for 46. And a home run for Rivera. Former Angel. Fans up in Orange County will remember him. He was part of that Vernon Wells trade, the Angels and the Blue Jays. And then the Dodgers, for cash and a player to be named later, picked him up in July. A ball and a strike. 1-0 Padres. 1 out, no one aboard. Slider misses, 2-1. Ground ball toward the hole, and that's through. Dodgers have their second base hit. 1 out single for Rivera. Padres and Espanol, brought to you by the Ascot Shop, serving San Diego with fine men's fashion over 60 years. Visit Ascot Shop in La Jolla or ascotshop.com.
Yeah, Andrew and Bill do a great job over there. The whole staff at the Ascot Shop.
Yeah, I like the fact you can go there, you can sample the wares, and they don't there's no pressure. If you like it and want to buy it, then get out your credit card.
And it's a great place to just hang out and socialize.
Rod Barajas, not much of an average for the big catcher, but he'll hit with occasional power. He has 9 home runs. Number 4, of course, on the sleeve of all the Dodgers, honoring Duke Snider on his passing. And number 4 will be worn till season's end. Blocked by Johnson, but it rolls far enough away that advancing is Rivera. Wild pitch. So that pushes Rivera into scoring position.
It's all in the secondary lead for any runner on first base, and you don't have to have speed to take that 90 feet. It's a breaking ball from Lupke, buried in the dirt. Rob does the best he can to try to keep it in front of him. Then the race is on, and I'm just glad that Orlando Hudson got a glove on that one, prevented it from going into center field. Keep him at second base.
There's a looper into right field just by Hudson. Charging it is Cunningham. They're going to hold Rivera at third as the ball comes through, misses the cutoff man. Not hit very hard, and so no chance for Rivera to score. He moves to third. First and third with 1 out for the Dodgers, and James Loney's the batter.
Looked like Barras got jammed a little bit because Orlando Hudson was playing him more towards the middle of the diamond. So where this pitch, yep, exactly. He fights it off, so he actually beats the shift. That's just a little duck snort. AC comes up throwing. Thank goodness that one doesn't get by. So a double play still in order.
And Loney, left-hander against the lefty Lupke. It's been a disappointing season. Those numbers, 256, only 4 home runs for Loney.
Yeah.
Padre infield looking for that ground ball. They don't get it. It's a deep fly ball, and Maven retreats to the warning path to makes the catch, and tagging and coming home is Rivera. Wild pitch pays off for the Dodgers, and it's tied at 1. Loney with his 34th RBI, the sacrifice fly.
When a player is struggling like James Loney, sometimes they will swing early in the count. Looked like Corey Lupke fed him a fastball. It was elevated. He's going to be aggressive. Elevates it to the outfield for the run.
So the wild pitch that got Rivera to second base, where he could move to third on the single by Barajas and score on the 1 out sacrifice fly. Loney. Jamie Carroll, the pest when it comes to playing the Padres, hitting .294 against the league, and has the best road batting average of anyone in the National League. He hits .347 away from Dodgers Stadium. Fly ball. Maven has a beat on it. And the inning comes to an end, but the Dodgers tie it on 2 hits and leave 1. Bottom of the second, it'll be Cunningham on his return, then Blanks and Johnson. Wednesday, officially free and easy at the Del Mar Racetrack. Beautiful Del Mar. Diamond Club members enjoy free stretch run admission, free reserve seating, and a free program. Plus, you enjoy half-price domestic draft beers, sodas, and hot dogs at select concessions. Wednesday, free and easy at Del Mar.
I love that word, free.
Free take 3, even at Del Mar. Aaron Cunningham, back in the big leagues. Was hitting .329 at Tucson. Had just 12 at-bats on his earlier visit with the big club. 1-1. Curveball in the dirt.
Had a nice chat with Aaron before the ball game, and I said, well, what's been going on down there? And he said, you know what, just trying to learn something new every day and better my ball game, and that's a nice attitude to have. Getting an opportunity like a lot of guys we've talked about on this team. Hopefully keep swinging that hot bat like he was in Tucson.
In the dirt, 2-1. And his teammate Anthony Rizzo, he's gone back down and he's found the stroke. He had another home run and a double in the game last night. He's got 21 homers, 26 doubles, 371 average, 81 RBIs. 2-2.
Speaking of Anthony Rizzo, I remember before Anthony was sent down to the minor leagues, I said, are you working on anything in particular? And he said that his head was kind of, you remember Mo Vaughn? Mo Vaughn used to have that, his head used to be out over the plate. Right. His eyes were like turned, But Anthony just said, I'm trying to work on keeping my head more straight so I can see the pitcher. And that's what he's been working on, even before he went down to the minor leagues.
Another bouncer to Cunningham, and it's 3-2. Well, whatever, it's working down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same Rizzo that compiled those huge numbers earlier in the year that encouraged management to bring him up to the big club. Ground ball by the mound, but shortstop Gordon is right there. Throw out Cunningham.
He can scoot a little bit now, Aaron Cunningham. No room for error as an infielder.
So 4 putouts. Kershaw on the mound, all on the ground. Kyle Blanks 2 for 24. Fastball.
Well, that fastball from Kershaw is going to top out about 95. He will change speeds on it, anywhere from 90 to 95.
That's off his fist. Easy little fly ball on the infield to Gordon for the second out. Well, the baseball here at Petco, but over at La Costa, the Mercury Insurance Tennis Tournament has begun, and Dominika Cibulkova from Slovenia, one of the top players, and she can rock and fire.
Yeah.
Nice to have her with us. She's about 5'1". She's a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
Great little baseline player. A lot of folks will be enjoying baseball, Del Mar, tennis here in San Diego County this week. Play began today. Rob Johnson, kind of surprised when they got the note after the game. His double yesterday as a pinch hitter, the first ever as a major leaguer, a pinch hit for Johnson.
And, you know, as a veteran player, it doesn't matter how many years you've been around. You come off the bench and pinch hit. That's tough for anybody. And usually Rob Johnson is starting behind the dish. He's going to get 3 or 4 at-bats. So to come off that bench cold and get a knock, good for him.
Off-speed slider.
Yeah, he gets ahead, Kershaw, and he will bury that slider to the back foot of the right-handed hitter. Or he'll try to backdoor it for the called strike.
By the mound, touched by Kershaw. Now Gordon completes the 1-6-3 put out. As Kershaw retires the side in order, we're on to the third, 1-1 tie. Back 3 against the Mets and 4 against the Marlins, and we remind you on Saturday, August 20th against the Marlins, Dierks Bentley live in concert after the Padres game. 5:35 is game time. Concert's free for all fans who attend the August 20th game, so get your tickets at padres.com/Dierks. Kershaw, well hit ball to right center, and Maben tracks it down. Cameron Maben has grabbed the last 3 outs, got the final 2 in the last inning. Kershaw, by the way, that's just not an accident. He made good contact. He has 12 base hits this year. D. Gordon at the top of the lineup. Infield hit in the first inning. To shortstop Bartlett, hurries his throw over, and well, he should. Young man can gallop down that line. 2 away. Casey Blake struck out his first at bat.
We got to love those quick outs for Corey Lupke, especially the pitcher leading off this inning. You erase that guy, and a quick out for D. Gordon with some speed. Wow, pretty good pitch.
2-0.
I would say Corey Lupke has to try to challenge Casey Blake with fastballs away. There's a good heater. Nothing in the zone that's soft to speed up his back, because as we mentioned, coming off the DL, timing isn't there.
Late on that swing. Slider.
That was a perfect example of the breaking ball out of the zone, which is okay. Yeah, just pounded the zone. Here it is. See how far you can hit it. I love that.
93 for Lupke.
Here it is. He's ahead. See if you can hit that pitch. That's right down the middle.
Grounds this one toward the hole. And Bartley with a jump throw, but no chance to get Blake another infield hit. So Blake finds the 5.5 hole for a 2-out infield single, and that brings up Ethier.
Nothing you can do there. You've made your pitch. It's a grounder. It just happens to find the 5.5 hole. Good effort by Jason Bartlett, as he has got nothing to plant on. That's in the air. Still quite impressive, getting it all the way to first base.
Ethier grounded into a 6-3 double play his first time up. Slider for a strike. Tomorrow, 6:30 for our Honda Dealers pregame show. Matt Latos, 5-10 against Hiroki Kuroda. Kuroda 6-13, tied for the most defeats in the National League. But when you're 6-13, that means you're pitching some good games to lose that many. And indeed, he is number 6 in the National League in best road ERA. A little visit over there to first baseman Guzman to keep Blake honest. 2 strikes on Ethier. Grounded to Hudson. 4-3 on the putout. Dodgers gone in the third. No runs a hit and the man left. Home half of the third. Lupke will start it with Maven and Bartlett to follow. Power all your devices with the fastest internet in San Diego.
You know, living out in East County, you learn about all your fertilizers and stuff. I think 16-20-16 will probably work on that tree quite nicely.
16-20-16.
I think that's the number.
They told you were gullible and you believed them.
Absolutely.
Pushed by Lupke, but Kershaw able to flip it to first in time. One away.
Not a bad idea.
Just didn't get it far enough away from the mound.
We're talking with, I should say, we're talking about a couple of good athletes in Clayton Kershaw and Corey Lupke. They both field their position very well. They could probably, they probably were the all-stars on their baseball, football, basketball, track, everything, chess team, math club, you name it. And that's fun to watch. Might have a pitcher's duel working here tonight.
Oh, that's what's expected, and it's 1-1 here in the third. Maben, the Padre run, walked, stole second, went to third on a ground out, and scored on Guzman's 2-out single. Maben is now the home run leader on the Padres roster with 6. Now that Ludwig has packed his bags and become a Pirate.
Yeah, Ryan Ludwig, Derek Lee trying to boost those Buccos.
Foul back toward us. That's going to come close.
Oh, Professor!
Fan in front of us leaped up and couldn't quite pull it in.
Thought we had a chance. Off the bat, I thought we had a chance.
That was close. I had it. I'm telling you. First one I dropped in 15 years. Yeah. 2 balls and a strike to Maben.
That guy deserves a baseball.
3-1.
You deserve a baseball. Nice try.
Give. He gives away the store. No, it takes a bow.
That guy was going to go home with a baseball.
3-2 now on Maben. With 1 out, bases empty. A 1-1 tie here in the Padres half of the third. Two for the price of 1. Tickets tomorrow, Tuesday night. See Latos and Kuroda of the Dodgers. Full count.
Fastball in.
Ooh. Breaking ball. That slider, and it had plenty of action.
I think Kershaw may have gotten a call, but too close to take for Cameron Maben. He pulls the string. Ooh.
Yeah, that was inside.
Yeah, it looked like he caught it inside. He held it for Tom Hallion.
And for the National League leader in strikeouts, Kershaw, that's his first tonight. Bartlett hit it sharply, but right to the third baseman, Blake, who threw him out in the first inning. Fires that fastball at 93. So the changing faces of this Padre roster, with Gary Cameron joining the bullpen to replace Mike Adams. Aaron Cunningham called up. He fills Ludwig's spot. Slider, 2-2. And Blake Chicoti is back in a Padre uniform. LeBlanc sent back to Tucson after pitching yesterday. Padres needed another bat because limited duty at best for Chris Denorfia with that hamstring, and Will Venable back problems. So Rather than picking up another pitcher, Bud Black and Jed Hoyer thought they'd give to Cody, outfielder, that roster spot as Bartlett works Kershaw for a walk. The second.
Talking about those roster moves, Dick, you talk about testing a player's patience and attitude. Boy, Wade LeBlanc, what's it, the 4th time now? Up and down for the left-hander.
Did a good job. He gave the Padres a chance to win yesterday. Gave up 3 runs in his 6 innings of work, and then the Padres able to rally for the 8-3 win. Headley grounded to second his first time. Our leaderboard is brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal. Chase Headley, the best in the National League against left-handed pitching. .372 his batting average. Better than Votto, Victorino, Stubbs, or Lee.
So Chase Headley is the big burrito in that category, huh? The big honcho.
Very nice. Big enchilada. Well, let's see if it pays off here. Guzman on deck. Bartlett has 21 stolen bases. That slider inside.
Kershaw does not have a great move to first base. So keep that in mind. Well, that's a big lead by Bartlett.
2-1 to Headley. Yeah, the baseball scouting world knew that this guy had great talent out of high school. He was the #1 first-round pick, 7th overall as just a teenager. Runner goes high. Barajas gets him. Bartlett, disbelief. Chris Conroy punches him out. Here comes Buddy Black. Conroy walks into center field. He didn't want to have anything to do with Black, but Buddy's going to chase him down. Sure looked with the naked eye that Bartlett was underneath that tag. He sure was. Rivera and Barajas for the Dodgers. Kemp fly to right his first time. Bud Black had his say with Chris Conroy, the second base umpire. Strike one. 8-game hitting streak for Kemp. You hang an offer on him, you've done a good job. Ball just rockets off his bat. Lupke ahead, 2 strikes.
Seems to be a common theme for Corey Lupke, huh? Ahead in the count, 0-2, 1-2. Remember his last time out, he was getting ahead very quickly to the opposing hitters.
Lined into the left field corner, 0-2. That's to the wall, and Kemp has another extra base hit. Leadoff double. And I know you're wondering about that play at second base. The freeze cam is brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Here is that Bartlett attempted steal. Throw by Barajas. Foot in, and then the tag way up on the backside.
Yep. He looked safe to me. And it looked like Jason Bartlett also kept in contact with the bag the whole time through the slide.
Well, Kemp has the Dodgers in business here in the 4th inning with that leadoff double. Rivera pops it up, shallow in right center. Cunningham with the play. 1 out, and Rivera unable to advance Kemp to third.
You know, going back to that stolen base attempt, it's kind of frustrating. I shouldn't say kind of. It is frustrating because it seems to be a common theme that's been more and more apparent. We see guys safe into second base, and they just bang them.
Well, it used to be back kind of a general rule. If you tagged a man higher than his knee, that he's probably got his foot on the bag,
right,
and he's safe. Now that tag was up on the butt, but the call was out. Barajas looped a single to right field his first time. And it is frustrating because the Padres don't have a lot of big guns. Their artillery is singles, not home runs. So they've got to steal bases to get in position. You take that away from their game plan, and it's a big loss.
Well, here's another guy who's been struggling since coming off the DL. Before this game, 2 for 19. Timing's off. Probably an advantage for Corey Lupke, even though he singled last time. Remember, he got jammed. Remember, it was a good pitch, but he got jammed.
Fought it off to right field, just out of the reach of Hudson, but not hit hard enough to score the runner. Only move Rivera to third, where he scored then on the sacrifice fly by Loney.
This kid's got to start throwing strikes, for crying out loud. 30. Look at that ratio. 33 strikes, 9 balls.
Not too bad. Out of play. And a fan who brought a glove pays off with the catch.
Dick, here's that pitch we're talking about. He jammed him. That was the at-bat prior. Now this is the last pitch. He fouls off. That one's elevated a little bit. Can't get on top of it as much. So it works to the advantage of Corey Lupke.
Well, Kemp doubled on a 2-strike pitch. 0-2 now on Barajas. And Kemp with 1 out. Better keep your eye on him. He's a good base stealer. Outstanding, in fact. 28 steals. He has 2 more steals than Maben.
That's why left-handers, right-handers like you cannot one-look that runner at second base. You've got to vary your moves, your head moves. Set, look once, look twice.
There he goes.
Yep.
And a fly ball to left center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Kemp comes in to score on another soft single from Barajas. He's 2 for 2. He hadn't hit the ball hard yet, but he drives in his 23rd run, and Los Angeles leads 2-1. What are you going to do? You make a good pitch, and he's tough enough to fight it off and dump it into left field for a hit.
I think Corey maybe had fallen into a pattern of one looking at second base. Just as I mentioned, come set, look at home plate, look at the runner. Look at home plate, look at the runner. I tell you what, Kemp timed that perfectly. As soon as he went towards home plate, he was off and running. He heard the crack of the bat, found out where the ball was, and cruised home for the second run.
So the Dodgers lead for the first time 2-1, and here's Loney. Sacrifice fly his first at bat. Barajas at first. Ground ball should be 2. Bartlett, Hudson, Guzman. Double play. But the Dodgers on Kemp's double and Barajas' bloop single take the lead 2-1. Wireless. Here's our question tonight, and on this exact date, 1972, what Padres set records for home runs, RBIs, and total bases in a doubleheader? 1972. We'll give you the answer the next half inning. Obviously, a pretty good night at the old ball yard.
Yeah.
And that's for a doubleheader. Headley was up when Bartlett was called out stealing. And he takes a strike. Grounded to second in the first inning. Guzman and then Hudson to follow in the San Diego fourth. Broken bat, Gordon. One out. Guzman has the only base hit off Kershaw tonight. Was able to clear the leaping try of Gordon with his base hit in the first inning into left center field to drive in Maven for the San Diego run. Hit to left center field, and that's up the alley. He is a hitting machine. Guzman to second base with a stand-up double. He's 2 for 2. Goodness. The Padres, at least for a month, have struck gold in Guzman.
Taking some good hacks and looking back on all the hits from Jesus Guzman, he utilizes the center part of the diamond and left center field. He'll pull the ball down the left field line. This ball is smoked to left center field. Another good at-bat for Jesus.
So Hudson and Cunningham will have a chance to tie it up with a base hit.
Well, he just looks so comfortable at the plate.
Obviously a good fastball hitter.
Yeah.
We'll start seeing more off speed. We'll see. Hudson grounded to short his first at bat. And he takes a strike on a riding fastball. Guzman has to retreat to second as Gordon throws just in time to get Orlando Hudson. 2 out. It's up to Cunningham. Try to tie it up.
Well, runner in scoring position at Kershaw goes to that breaking ball that just buries on the inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitter. Hence the weak grounder to the left side.
Cunningham has a couple of RBIs this year, 2 for 12 in his previous trip up to San Diego from Tucson. His very first hit, remember last year as a Padre, was a grand slam homer. The only man in San Diego Padre history to hit a grand slam in his first major league at bat. Nice little line drive single. Will be just fine here, thank you. Fly ball high and shallow toward the left field line, and Gordon is in foul territory to make the catch. 1 out double by Guzman, but he's left at second. We go to the 5th, 2-1 Dodgers.
Mid-game recap, as always, brought to you by my friends at Murray Lamper Construction. Find the truth in home remodeling, folks, with Murray Lamper Construction. See why that they are the company you trust. Visit murraylampert.com. Dick?
All right, Mark. Jamie Carroll takes ball 1, leading off the 5th inning. Kershaw and then Gordon to follow, 2-0. Carroll flied to center his first time up. He has a keen eye. He walks a lot. Got to throw him a strike, and there is one. Fastball on the inside corner.
I think Jamie Carroll falls into the category of a guy who hits in the number 8 spot well, because it's a tough spot, especially in the National League. You've got to have a good eye because you've got the pitcher coming up next.
Called outside by plate umpire Hallion. And it's the first time that Lupke's gone to a 3-ball count. 3-1. Line foul. See how Carroll gives up on the bat, chokes up, makes good contact. And he'll foul off a lot of pitches. Handy player to have. Can play all the infield positions. Lined over. Headley's head fair into the left field corner. So the Dodgers have done it again. Kemp led off with a double last inning, and Carroll starts the 5th inning with a double to left. That's 7 hits now for the Dodgers tonight.
I think Corey Luebke was going to have Jamie Carroll earn his way on base. It was a full count. He was throwing him fastballs. He's going to challenge him again. Looked like he wanted that one away. It's kind of middle in. He keeps it fair. And the left-hander is going to trot out to the mound and have a little chat. Now Kershaw is going to, I mean, they want to get that runner over to third base, but he is such a good athlete. We mentioned that. I think one of the things Buddy might say is, hey, be aware of the swing here, the Butcher Boy, but we need to get an out. The bottom line is obviously get an out. And you know what? Maybe another thing is, on the second pitch or so, they might have a set pickoff play on to that guy at second base. So you throw a pitch, maybe it's a ball. Maybe it's fouled off, it's a strike. And then on the next pitch, have a timing play with one of the middle infielders. Just a possibility.
Yeah, plenty of discussion there by Black. He went over a couple of issues. So the Dodgers trying to add to their 2-1 lead. And Kershaw has 3 RBIs this year, 12 base hits and 47 at bats. That bunt is very good. Oh, he should have let it go. And Kershaw safe. The ball was going to go foul. It had kicked off the grass and had momentum to the line. But Luebke elected to field it, and by the time he got it to first base, Kershaw has an infield hit. So bunt single.
I think you're right, Dick. This ball bunted in the air. It's got that spin on it, and watch, see how it's going towards the line. It looks like it's going to go foul. I agree with you there. And it's one of those situations where, you know, am I going to get him? Let it go foul.
Still rolling.
Yeah, you know what?
But instinctively,
Absolutely.
you want to make the play.
Absolutely.
So a double Carroll, a bunt single Kershaw, first and third with no one out. And D. Gordon, the leadoff man. Infield plays halfway. Bunted in the air. Guzman can't get there.
Nice try. What a great effort trying to pick up his pitcher and get an out. Okay, layout. Getting the opportunity, play some first base, swinging a hot shillelagh, and just missing that one.
Gordon, you see him using body. English hoping that ball would elude his glove.
Hey, not a worse feeling for a hitter when you're trying to lay one down, and as soon as you see the ball off the bat, it's up in the air. Oh, no. So he gets another crack at it.
Remember, Gordon can fly very fast. It's a good spot to try to come up with that second strikeout for Luebke.
This is where you need the strikeout.
Headley bag high at third. Guzman holding on the runner. Kershaw at first. The middle of the infield now backs up with 2 strikes.
All right, so quickly head 0-2. The slider down and away 1-2. See what Rob Johnson puts down here. Slider with authority, with conviction. Get it down there.
Chop back to the mound. There's a play at the plate. And they don't get him. He's safe. By the time Johnson wheeled to make the tag, it was too late. Carroll had his foot on home plate. It's now 3-1. Still no one out. Credit Gordon with a fielder's choice RBI, safe at first.
It looks like Corey kind of threw flat-footed and therefore working under it a little bit. Look, the arm angle kind of underneath it, and it's on the first base side. Rob Johnson did everything he could. See his foot trying to block home plate, but his foot was not in front of home plate. It looked like he was on home plate, enabling Jamie Carroll to touch his foot on the plate for the run.
So first and second, a run in, still no out. And Blake trying to bunt and move the runners up for Ethier and Kemp. So an awkward inning at best after Carroll lined the double to left. The bunt by Kershaw. Luebke elects to pick it up on the foul line and throw, not in time. So Kershaw base hit, and now Gordon safe on the fielder's choice as Luebke couldn't quite get a throw in the right spot to nail Carroll.
Yeah, that was the big key. It was on the first base side. If it's on the third base side of home plate, it probably would have been a different story.
Blake takes a strike. 0-2. So credit Gordon with his 5th Major League RBI. Dodgers with base traffic every inning. A hit in the first, 2 in the second, another in the third, 2 in the fourth, now 2 in the fifth. A total of 8 hits, and they lead at 3-1. And now the ball gets away from Johnson, and there's Kershaw to third, Gordon to second, and that takes away the double play. Another wild pitch, the second tonight from Lupke.
Rob Johnson wants it down. He's pounding that glove on the dirt, anticipating it down. It looks like that ball hits in front of home plate. You see the dirt kick up?
Yeah, it did.
You can see the dirt kick up in front of home plate. And as a catcher, Rob Johnson's doing everything he can. Look at the technique. He's squared up. That ball just checks up on him.
Now 1-2, infield in, and a high drive to left field. Blanks deep in left center to make the catch. Both runners tag. In comes Kershaw. It's 4-1, and over to third is Gordon. Blake with his 20th RBI sacrifice fly. It's the Dodger folks here tonight. Dodgers making the Padres pay for some loose fielding by the pitcher Lupke and a wild pitch from Lupke. 2 out. Gordon at third.
Sometimes that ball in the dirt that hits behind home plate, it's an easier snatch for that catcher to glove it. Out in front of home plate, whole different story.
So here's Ethier, grounded into a double play and grounded to second. Only 1 out. Good slider with Kemp on deck. 4-1 now, Los Angeles. Another slider.
Sometimes it looks like Corey has that snappy slider where it's got good sharp tilt to it. And then there are other times when it's kind of got that sweeper effect.
Fouled in and out of the glove. No, it hit the ground first. The plate umpire Hallion. And here comes Bud Black. He thought that was a clean catch, and the ball did not hit the ground. And he's going to offer his case to the umpire Hallion.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced.
It did.
Let's watch the ball, see if it. Yeah.
So it's a foul tip. No strikeout. Second life for Ethier. Count 2 strikes. Back to the mound. They got the runner at third, Gordon, or do they? Yes, he's called out. That was close. So, Padres out of it, but 2 runs come in for the Dodgers.
Casino. If a grand slam is hit this inning, $46,500 could be yours. You have to enter, though, at 4sd.com. Enter and have your chance to win huge cash. Enter at 4sd.com. Dick?
So the Dodgers in the top of the fifth get a couple of runs, and Ethier's line drive snared by Lupke, who turns it into a 1-5 double play. And now catch up the call for San Diego. They need 3 to tie, and Kyle Blanks, Rob Johnson, and Lupke to bat here in the fifth. Blanks popped to short his first time, lines this one, but foul. Kershaw has allowed only 2 hits, both by Guzman, an RBI single and a double to deep left center. Meanwhile, the Dodgers have accumulated 8 hits and produced 4 runs. Broken bat. That's over shortstop. Gordon racing out. Can't get there. A Texas League single for Kyle Blanks to start the 5th inning. And that takes us to our AT&T Wireless trivia answer. On this date, 1972, a Padre set records for home runs, RBIs, and total bases in a doubleheader. And he was Nate Colbert. 5 home runs, tied the National League record of Stan Musial. 13 RBIs, set a National League record for most RBIs in a doubleheader. And 22 total bases, set a Major League record for most in a doubleheader. Big Nate at Jack Murphy Stadium. 5 home runs. And there's a twist to the whole story as Johnson takes low and away, ball 1. When Colbert was 8 years old, his father took him to a Cardinal game at Old Sportsman's Park. And he saw Stan Musial hit 5 home runs in a doubleheader. Then he tied Musial's record.
That's a great story.
Two 2-0 to Johnson. Padres need base runners. Maybe they'll get them full and have a chance at that grand slam. How much is it worth?
$46,500.
High fly, routine. Kemp in center. 1 away. Lupke will hit for himself. Tried to bunt his way on the first at bat, but Kershaw was able to get to it and throw him out. Blanks does not have a steal, but he's a good base runner. Doesn't take much of a lead. And it's going to be a sacrifice anyway as Lupke moves the runner up. 1-4 on the putout. Well, Maven with a chance to get one of those runs back.
I was just going to say, even a run in this inning, a key 2-out hit here for San Diego. You get another run. Start chipping away. I said chip away, not chip away. And at least this inning cut the lead in half.
It's nice to be reminded, though, of my collegiate roots. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Going to have to take you up to Mount Pleasant, Michigan
Would love
sometime
to.
and see that campus, Central Michigan.
Would love to.
It's beautiful.
They don't call it Mount Pleasant for nothing.
No,
right?
but even though there's no mountain. flat as a concrete highway. Slider and Maven out in front. He walked and scored, stole his 26th base in the first inning, came in eventually on Guzman's 2-out single, called out on strikes on a 3-2 pitch the last time. Slider again, and Maven out in front.
And he's got the good tempo, the good feel, the good arm action on that slider.
So Kershaw with Blanks behind him at second base, 2 outs. Has Maven in the hole, 2 strikes. Another slider, 3 in a row. By the mound, Gordon gets a nice big hop and throws him out. No runs. Ahead, a man left after 5. The Dodgers with a 3-run lead. One Dodgers. Dodgers have hit into 3 double plays, and that's kept the score close. Kemp takes way outside. Our comparison is brought to you by the San Diego Toyota dealers. We've got what it takes. With Ludwig gone, home runs this season, Kemp has 26. The entire Padres starting lineup has 19. And the Padres are going to have to play small ball, use the steal, hopefully get the call when they do steal. Tonight, a walk, a stolen base, a ground out, and Guzman single produced the run. Driven deep to center, but right to the center fielder Maven. That was a low line drive that just lasered its way out to center field and almost sunk on Maven at the end. Looked like he had trouble getting down to it.
Well, hopefully with the opportunities that some of these youngsters are getting in a Padre uniform, and with the way Jesus Guzman is swinging the hot shillelagh, you know, those home run numbers might escalate a little bit. Who knows?
Well, you know, you're going to see Rizzo again before the season's over. Probably, if not before September, certainly on September 1st.
Hopefully the adjustment with his head and shortening up that swing a little bit will enable Anthony Rizzo to produce at the big league level, but it's going to be a challenge for any youngster. Remember, he's only 21, right? Anthony Rizzo, right?
21 years young. Rivera, a single and a flyout. Padres scored in the first on Maven's walk, stolen base, and the single by Guzman, and Dodgers tied it in the second. Rivera singled, Barajas singled. There's a wild pitch in between, and Loney sacrifice fly got Rivera home to tie it at 1. Then a double leading off Kemp in the 4th. He came in on Barajas looping single to left. 2-1. And then 2 more in the 5th inning. Double by Carroll to lead off. The bunt single by Kershaw. Gordon got a run in on a fielder's choice ground ball, and Blake sacrifice fly scored the other. 4-1 LA. So tomorrow night it'll be Matt Latos against Hiroki Kuroda. Wednesday night, Tim Stauffer and Ted Lilly are matched up. And then the off day for travel, and Padres go to Pittsburgh. Strike three, and Barajas knew it. Second strikeout for young Lupke.
Oh, just buries that fastball right down the middle, and Rivera is caught looking. Had him guessing. He had to have that slider in the back of his mind, don't you think?
Yeah. Barajas has 2 hits, hasn't hit the ball hard, but his direction has been perfect. One soft single to right, the other to left. Check swing foul. Tries to bring the slider outside in, misses the outside corner.
Haven't seen many curveballs tonight from Corey Lupke. A couple of changeups. That's a good pitch when you're ahead. Even though it was 1-1 to make it 1-2, the fastball that's elevated, because Corey Lupke can be a little sneaky as well with that fastball. So it's tough to get that top hand on top of that heater. Need a lot of foul balls on that pitch. Snappy.
Way out in front.
He's going to need a new shillelagh. Heard that one snap all the way up here.
That boy's going to bring out a new piece of wood.
And a great ratio from Corey. Look at that breakdown. 79 pitches, 18 balls. But sometimes throwing too many strikes can be a bad thing, right?
And when he has thrown balls, they've been pitches so far out of the strike zone. High fly ball to left. Blanks has room. Barely. Long out by Barajas, and the side retired in order by Lupke in the 6th. For the first time, the Dodgers go 1-2-3. Union. Auto loan rates as low as 2.98% for 72 months. Call them at 877-495-1600. Jason Bartlett will get things started for the Padres here in the 6th inning, and then it's Headley and Guzman. Padres need 3 to tie against Clayton Kershaw, gunning for his 13th win of the year. By the dive of third baseman Blake, and Bartlett has a base hit to left. That's the 4th hit off Kershaw. Leadoff man on. Headley comes up.
And swinging at the first pitch fastball. this being the third time around now for the Padre hitters, if they see fastball early, they might jump all over it to avoid that breaking ball.
Headley with that best batting average against left-handed pitching in the entire National League, but 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out to second and a soft liner to short. Still got the velocity, 94 on his fastball. Line drive to Gordon. Hitting in tough luck, Headley. One out. Guzman 2 for 2. Line single to left center to drive in the Padre run in the first, and double to deep left center. But the Padres couldn't get him around as Hudson and Cunningham were taken care of by Gordon, the shortstop. Let's see this time if he gets more off-speed pitches.
That's a good point, Dick. That's something to look forward to looking at from Kershaw, because he loves the fastball. 2 hits tonight.
And both were the first pitch of the sequence. Well, he's halfway to the cycle. Got his single and his double. Whoa, almost picked off. Bartlett was wandering and barely able to dive back in time.
Set. Looks towards home plate, then the quick throw. If it's a low throw, might be a different story. But the high throw gets Bartlett back safely.
Slider. Guzman takes it for a ball. Well, he was a lifetime 300 hitter in the minor leagues. Just had a cup of coffee with the Giants, few at bats. Didn't make it up to the big club all of last year, San Francisco. Fastball had a little extra on it. Or as they say back in your hometown, a little
extra. Put a little extra on that last pitch here, kid. 95. See if Kershaw leans towards home plate. He gets set, and then he'll kind of lean towards home plate. Lean. That time he didn't.
Ball gets away, but not far enough for any advance. Looks a little like Wes Parker, don't you think?
That's a good call. Yeah, former Dodger back in the day. Go.
Off speed, so no fastballs this time for Guzman, who singled and doubled on first pitch fastballs.
Here's the set for Kurt. Watch the leaning Tower of Pisa right there.
Maybe as soon as he starts leaning, you can go.
But you got to be careful though, because sometimes when he leans, he'll kind of turn that shoulder, getting into the position to throw to first base. See if he does it here. No, home.
Did not go, and it's 2-2. Another slider. 4 pitches, no fastballs to Guzman. That was the 70th offering from Kershaw. Three and 2.
Let's see if he goes here on the breaking ball. No, he doesn't go.
Bill Miller agrees. See if Bartlett goes here. 3 and 2. He's out of there. Another slider. So 6 pitches. He didn't get a single fastball.
No, let's check out the Carl's Jr. pitch track, pitch by pitch to Guzman. Each bat prior to this one, a single and a double. Okay, 2 pitches, slider again, down and in. Slider down in the dirt. He doesn't want to give him the fastball, maybe a chance to first and third him. He loves the fastball, and that's the equalizer there for a strike. So early in the count, wanted to fish, and then went for the kill with the slider for the strike.
So 2 outs to Orlando Hudson, who has grounded twice to short.
Well, one thing's for sure tonight offensively for the Padres, even though they trail 4-1, and Clayton Kershaw is a strikeout pitcher. Only 2 strikeouts tonight for Kershaw.
Both called. He's averaging over a strikeout per inning.
Yep.
Coming into the game, 173 strikeouts in 152 innings to lead the National League. Padres may have caught Kershaw on a night where he doesn't have his A+ stuff, but nevertheless he's in front 4-1. And ahead of Hudson, a ball and 2 strikes. And he's accustomed to going well over 100 pitches. So here in the 6th inning, 2 out. In good shape in that regard. There goes. They got him picked off, Bartlett, and he's caught stealing. Good move by Kershaw. Bartlett gambled and guessed wrong. So that's the second Padre Bartlett on both occasions thrown out at second base. 1-3-4 on the pickoff. Southern California's premier dental implant center. By Goldman Sachs, for all the reasons you invest. Mutual funds from Goldman Sachs. And by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. With Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, pleased you joined us at Petco. Totals after 6. Dodgers 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They've left just 2. 3 double plays by the Padres. San Diego 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, and have left 3 men on base. Loney, Carroll, and Kershaw to bat in the 7th. First pitch, curveball, strike.
One of the few curveballs we've seen tonight from Corey. Maybe he's going to mix it up a little bit more. There's a slider.
Lukey now at 81 pitches. Rolled to Guzman, and the 3-1 putout. I'll bring you up to date on some of the injury news involving the Padres. Nick Hundley apparently is almost to full recovery. We threw to all the bases today in practice, and tomorrow we'll go to San Antonio for a rehab, probably down there. What would you think, a week?
Yeah, I would say a week sounds pretty good. Buddy said he really wasn't sure as far as how many days he was going to be down there, but one thing for sure, they want to get him in competition and make sure he is good to go at the big league level.
You saw Dustin Mosley there with head trainer Todd Hutchinson. Mosley on the 15-day disabled list, and their doctors are really considering that maybe Mosley needs to go under the knife and fix that shoulder, because every time it comes out of place, it's easier for the next time for that to happen. And it may well be that Mosley's season is all but over. Ground ball by Lukey. Bartlett ranging far, but can't get him. Carroll beats it out for his second hit tonight. 9 hits for the Dodgers.
Boy, off the bat, when Corey Lukey tried to make a skate save on this one, I thought this ball was ticketed to center field. Jason Bartlett continuing on with the play. Flipper flips it over, and Carroll just beats it out.
He runs hard on every play.
Yeah, that ball almost goes directly over the second base bag.
So Kershaw fly to center and came up with a bunt single when he was just trying to move the runner along in the 5th inning after Carroll had doubled, and the ball was trickling right to the foul line. Lukey picked it up and couldn't throw him out, so infield hit. He came around to score. Bunt's foul. The other injury news, Denorfia, his hamstring better, and Venable's back. Both are day to day. There's Will. Not in full uniform tonight. Throw down to second is wide of the mark, and they don't get Carroll. Trying to slap the tag on him, going one way, Bartlett, and then trying to flip the glove back and get Carroll, but he was able to alertly use that slide to the inside part of the diamond, and he has a stolen base.
The momentum of Jason Bartlett enables Carroll to get the stolen. You see daylight there. This will give you a good look. Ball caught, daylight, no tag.
Good throw would have gotten him. Ground ball to short by Kershaw. They hold the runner, and Kershaw hustling up the line makes it a close play. 2 away to the top of the order in D. Gordon, and we invite you to stay tuned for the Sequan Casino postgame show from our Channel 4 studios. John Weisbarth and Bob Scanlon with all the news, updates, and analysis. Sequan Casino, get away for the day at Sequan Casino. Crowd tonight of 22,417 at Petco. So by the end of this homestand Wednesday night, the Padres will have drawn more than 1.5 million. Gordon, infield hit, ground out, and safe on a fielder's choice, and that produced a run in the 5th inning. Runner goes to third. The throw by Johnson is not in time. The ball was there in plenty of time, but third base umpire Cuzzy says that Headley didn't tag him.
You know, the ball definitely beat him, but when the runner, I think, makes an attempt to get out of the way, Jamie Carroll makes an attempt here as we take a look. Ball beats him, and he does everything he can to try to, he gets him on the jersey, it looked like, before his foot hit the bag. Let's take a look. Misses him there, gets him on the jersey before his foot hits the bag. He is out. He should be out.
But Cuzzy's angle,
bad
he
angle.
didn't see it.
Bad angle.
So Carroll has stolen his 8th and 9th bases in this sequence.
Misses him there. Watch the jersey. There before he gets on. He is out.
Pretty close, though. Foot and the tag at almost the same time. Cuzzy is the man in charge. He says safe. A risky move, and D. Gordon strikes out anyway, so no damage is done. No runs a hit. A man left at third. Padres need some runs. Bottom of the 7th. Hudson, Cunningham, and Blanks coming up. saves on tires. Rockies had the lead throughout, but the Phillies caught them late, and Shane Victorino has just homered in the top of the 10th to give Philadelphia the lead at Denver. And the Diamondbacks, they're getting serious here. A 5-1 lead at San Francisco, as they've just scored 5 times in the 6th inning. Should they win, they're only 1 game behind the Giants atop the National League West. Clayton Kershaw to face Hudson, Cunningham, and Blanks in the Padres 7th. He's scattered 4 hits tonight in 4 different innings. Hudson hits it deep to left center field. Kemp watches it right into the bullpen. Touch them all. Orlando Hudson. Number 3 for the O-Dog. And it's a 4-2 Dodger lead.
Well, Clayton Kershaw has been one pitcher in the National League that has kept the ball in the yard, and Orlando Hudson is all over that one, connecting on the fastball, the 11th home run and the 23rd start for Clayton Kershaw.
A leadoff homer. Here's Cunningham. Ball 1. If you're the home team and one of your relief corps gets the ball, that's a good sign. Right?
Absolutely.
Boy, that ball jumped out of here, didn't it?
First pitch offering as well. Pull. And he got all of it.
Cunningham delivers that into the lower box seats down the right field side. Former Dodger Hudson with that home run. Padres pull within 2 here in the 7th. Ground ball to Hopper. To Blake at third. He just does throw out Cunningham. So Aaron, on his return to the major league level, has grounded out twice and popped to short. Kyle Blanks popped up and sent a bloop single to left center field his last time. Curveball off speed at 73.
Well, sometimes you'll throw that early in the count just as a look-see pitch, then have a little more giddy up the next pitch.
Like that.
Yeah.
So we went from 73 on the curveball to, well, that's a slider at 84.
Yep.
So that's 11 miles an hour. And then the fastball has been throwing up to 95. That's another 11 miles an hour.
Yep. And that's exactly the sequence so far at this point, Dick.
94.
Curveball, slider, fastball.
Jumping it up 10 miles an hour with each subsequent pitch. And the count levels at 2-2. They measure Hudson's home run at 411 feet. Bounces it.
Hey, you hit one out to that bullpen. That's a shot now. It's 401 to that Geico sign.
But based just on the sample of last year and this year, it seems if there's one spot the ball carries best of all, it's in that left center field area. You get your full mileage when you hit it out that way. Right center field and dropping in a hurry, but Ethier there to make the catch.
I think off the bat, Ethier thought that this ball was struck a little bit with a little bit more authority because he was going straight towards the right center field gap and then makes a left-hand turn in towards the infield to grab it for the out.
So 2 gone, and Rob Johnson steps up, grounded out and flied to center. Kershaw at the 85 pitch mark. Ground ball sharply, but right at Gordon. It's short. And the inning comes to an end. The Padres get one back on Hudson's third home run of the year. And after 7, Dodgers 4, Padres 2. And Matt Kemp. Blake struck out, infield hit, and a sacrifice fly. And Lupke goes to work here in the 8th inning. That's his 94th pitch, a curveball low. Fastball high. 5th major league club for the veteran Blake. Toronto, Minnesota, Baltimore, Cleveland in the American League, and then to the Dodgers. 3-0. The first 3-0 count offered by Lupke all night. Three and one. Drive to right center. Maben over to cut it off in the gap. A long single line to right center by Casey Blake. He has a couple of hits. And the Dodgers now with 10 hits in the game. A Skycam shot down into Petco Park. Brought to you by Massey Ford and Massey Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at Massey.com. Diamond View Towers, our camera's located.
John Spreet at the controls of the camera atop there. A job well done, Big Johnny.
Leadoff hit for Blake. Ethier. A couple of double plays and a ground out. Chance for a third double play against this talented 305 hitter. Oof. Threw that by him.
Yes, he did. It's only a 92, but it sneaks up on Ethier, and he's way behind it. A little tardy, are you? Huh?
It's that late life that Lupke possesses on his fastball. Weak swing, roll to second. Hudson will get the lead runner, but that's all. And safe on the fielder's choice is Ethier.
Taking the sting out of the bat of Andre Ethier. A weak rounder. Check out the pitch. Looks like a little slider off the plate, and Ethier actually one-hands it. A good job tonight by Corey Lupke. The left-hander, Bud Black, is out, walking to the mound, and looks like that's going to be it for the young left-hander.
Ernesto Frieri has been getting loose in the bullpen for the Padres. It looks as if that'll be the change. Frieri down the steps in the coming in here with 1 out in the 8th inning to pitch to Matt Kemp. And a nice hand for Lupke as he jogs off. Dodgers, though, in front 4-2 here in the 8th as we take a break in the action. Brought to you by Mission Federal Credit Union, your home base for great auto loan rates and all-star service. Find out more at missionfed.com. Frieri's numbers. He's had stretches of terrific pitching, as was the case most all of last year, and then there have been those moments of wildness for Frieri.
Yeah, remember last time out, he had some difficulty. Time to get out there and hold the Dodgers to the 2-run lead. He inherits 1 runner.
That's Ethier at first base, and Matt Kemp, the batter. Kemp has fly to right, doubled and scored, and a long out to center field his last time, a line drive to the warning path. Frieri has walked 27 in his 47 innings, and he's hit 9 batters.
No, that's not a good stat.
The most of any relief pitcher. That ball drilled up to that gap in left center. Blanks can't cut it off all the way to the 401 sign. Here comes Ethier chugging around third. The relay, they should have gotten Kemp, but the throw is way offline. And Kemp has an RBI triple. Dodgers get that run on Hudson's home run right back, and it's 5-2.
Falling behind at 1-0. That's a fastball that's mid-thigh high over the heart of the plate, and that spells danger. And here's the throw. Boy, it looks like a good throw would have had him at third base, but towards the outfield side of third base, not even close. And the Dodgers are adding on.
And a chance for more with 1 out, and Rivera up. He has a single and scored, flied out and struck out. So that run charged to Lupke. Close the book on him. 7 1/3 innings, 5 runs all earned, 10 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Infield tight. Frieri hits the outside corner. Dodgers have had the winning ways with the Padres this year. They're 6-3 and threatening to make it 7 out of 10.
Take it down to the zone here. Get a grounder.
That'll make the seats. Now here's a case 1 and 2 with a runner at third. You don't want to dump that slider in the dirt. Why not waste it inside? I mean, really inside.
Not a bad call. I mean, I would like to see more pitchers do that if you can control it. But if you want to go in at 1 and 2, you better miss in off the plate. If you miss over the heart of the plate.
way outside is the target and out of play.
He got away with one right there. That was an elevated fastball up and away. You see Rob Johnson way off the plate. See how that ball leaks? That's outer third. And he wants to miss on the other side. He doesn't want to miss that part of the plate. I mean, when you're missing by that much, especially ahead 1 and 2, you got to make an adjustment.
Another foul. Johnson out to talk with Frieri, new father, last week taking paternity leave. Birth of his first child, a daughter, Alana. Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, and Guzman in just off the edge of the grass, trying to cut down the runner from third, Kemp. And 1-2 the pitch. Fly ball center field. Easily to score. Kemp from third as Maben makes the catch. Kemp jogs home. And the Dodgers lead 6-2. Rivera with the RBI sacrifice fly. Somewhat unusual tonight. We've had 3 sacrifice flies.
Dodgers getting pitches in the zone, elevated, enabling them, and not doing too much with that pitch. Just serving it up to the outfield, scoring those runs.
Loney, Blake, and now Rivera with sacrifice flies. High pop up off the bat of Barajas. Hudson easing his way toward the foul line. And the inning is over, but the Dodgers get 2 more. On a single by Blake, a triple from Kemp, and the sacrifice fly from Rivera.
For the price of one. Is there anything better than that? It's in the right field upper reserve section at every Tuesday night home game, like tomorrow, with 2-for-1 Tuesdays presented by Coca-Cola. That's 2 tickets normally priced at $13.50 each for just $6.75. That's your cost per ticket. So get your tickets online at Padres.com/2-for-1.
Tony Gwynn Jr. goes into play left field here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Don Mattingly makes the defensive substitution. Logan Forsythe, the batter for the pitcher Frieri. Forsythe with 67 at bats, a dozen hits. Still looking for that first major league home run. No easy assignment against the talented Kershaw. who now has the luxury of a 4-run lead, 6-2. Over but low. Kershaw with only 2 strikeouts and 2 walks.
Mentioned it a little bit ago, but last outing for Kershaw against the Rockies, 6 2/3 innings pitched. He threw 125 pitches. That was his 91st pitch as he starts the 8th.
Ground ball to Blake at third. The throw across, and Forsythe is out. Brings up Cameron Maben. 0 for 2, but he walked and stole a base in the first inning and came around to score on Guzman's line single to center. Kershaw has 3 complete games this year. Backs Maben off with the fastball at 94. He hasn't lost any of his stuff.
Nope. I think the highest I've seen him tonight takes, what, 95 on the fastball?
That was 94. Line to center field. Kemp charging, and he plays it on a hop. Maben with a single to center.
Oh, I wish that one scooted through over the glove of Kemp. That would have been a lot of fun to watch Cameron Maben run. The corner outfielders, Ethier and Gwynn, they were converging on the play in case that ball gets through. He's charging. Oh, he just got that one.
No, that would have been at least a triple, and maybe Maben is trying for the inside the park job.
Yeah. Almost looked like he took his eye off of it. It took his head off of it a little bit and just swiped at it. And found the glove of Kemp.
Pretty good short hop pickup by Kemp. Here's Bartlett. Single and a walk and a hard out to third. 1 for 2. He's also been picked off and caught stealing on a controversial call in the third. The caught stealing appeared that he was in safely. Popped up behind first. Loney, and he gives way. No, he doesn't. He's going to take it himself as Carroll was angling behind him. Foul out to first. 2 gone, and Headley grounded to second. Soft liner to short, and then he hit a bullet, but right at shortstop Gordon the last time. 0 for 3 for Headley. And young Eric Hamren just called up from San Antonio, is warming up, so we'll see his major league debut tonight.
You know, one thing as I look at my scorecard, no multiple hit innings tonight for the Padres. 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, and now in the 8th.
Headley takes ball 1.
Cannot string together any hits, multiple hits, to try to create some action on those base paths. There's Eric heating up.
Terrific numbers down in San Antonio. The ERA combined in the minors this year under 1. Headley way out in front, 1-1. Trailing by 4. Perhaps the red light is on for Maben. One and 2.
Still burying that slider or that cut fastball that has a little run to it. That was at 93. It looked like he had a little lead action on it on the inside part of the plate.
Maben with a steal back in the first inning, his 26th of the year. He's been successful 20 straight attempts. In the dirt, there goes Maben to second on the wild pitch. So a chance to pick up a run here for Headley.
Looked like a breaking ball, trying to go for the strikeout. Chase Headley lays off of it. Hop, hop, secondary lead, daylight. Free 90 feet. If it's free, give me 90 feet. And he takes advantage of it.
Now let's see if Headley can pick him up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Padre third baseman.
Looks like there might be a mix-up on the signs. Even with a 6-2 lead, you want to be on the same page. You don't want to cross up your catcher. And I think it'd be a safe bet to say they want to go over the signs.
Kershaw looks out at the auxiliary scoreboard. He sees that his total now 99 pitches in the game, 100 coming up. Struck him out on a slider. 3 strikeouts in the game for the man leading the National League in strikeouts. All 3 called strike 3s. Offers on the entire Cadillac lineup, including the versatile SRX crossover. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealer tomorrow. Well, a look at the 24-year-old Eric Hamren. Born in Newport Beach, went to Saddleback Community College, signed by the Cubs in 2008. He played for their Boise A team, and then 2009 the Peoria team, and then was out of professional baseball as such. Cubs let him go and was pitching in the independent league. So a year ago, independent league, and here he is in the major leagues. He talked with our folks on the pregame show, and here's Hamren's account.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the conventional one, but you know, last year was tough, just trying to get through the season and kind of push forward on everything. It's definitely tough to keep going because there's no hope of getting called up when you're an indie ball. It's just playing for the next day and trying to get through and have someone notice you. And luckily I got an invite to the tryout with the Padres, and they signed me, so I think it all worked out.
And so one of our scouts saw the talent in Hamren and well put. You know, you're playing independent ball. There's no hope that you're going to move up to the next level because you're not in the organization. You're just finding a place to play. He faces Loney, his first major league effort.
You know, he made another great quote also by saying playing for the next day. I mean, think about it. If you do terribly one game, there's a chance to say, okay, kid, sorry. And if you don't make it an independent ball, what are you going to do? Go home and play in the beer leagues? I mean, which is fun. You're going to gain some weight, but, you know, it's what a great story. I love to hear stories like Eric Hamren.
Independent ball, they might be making, what, $100 a game and maybe a meal?
Yeah.
Free sunflower seeds.
You know, I was watching Eric warm up, and I'll be quite honest with you folks. Haven't heard much of a scouting report on Eric, but I was watching him taking his warm-up tosses. He was throwing fastball, slider, a curveball, and somewhat of a split/changeup. And the few pitches he's thrown already, he's touched 93 on that fastball.
2-2 to Loney. That's the slider.
Well, hopefully the force is with these Padres. You know, Heath Bell is a force in that bullpen. There's well, that's one of the
Star Wars characters.
Yeah. Yoda's just hanging out.
Loney with a fly ball to left. Blanks is there. And young Hamren has his first major league out.
R2-D2 rooting for Eric Hamren. Probably gave him a little good luck tap before he left that bullpen, and hopefully the force is with Eric on that hill tonight at Petco. What a great story. Welcome to the big leagues, Eric Hamren.
Last year in that independent league, he was pitching for a Kansas City team and Joliet. That's near you, isn't it?
Yes, it used to be the Jackhammers. They changed their name to the Joliet Slammers now because of the state pen in Joliet, where the big house is, Stateville Prison.
They do some stealing there, and then you go right into the slammer, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
1-1. Jamie Carroll. Now here's a tough man at bat for the Dodgers. I mean, he's got great bat control, knows the strike zone, makes you throw good pitches. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Isn't he always 2 for something against the Padres? Let's see how Hamren does. 3-1. Top of the 9th inning, the Dodgers with a 6-2 lead in the opener of this 3-game series. Lupke, Frieri, and now Hamren on the mound for San Diego. And he lost him. Carroll with a 1-out walk. And Kershaw trying to go the distance tonight for the 4th time this year. Will come up and undoubtedly try to sacrifice his teammate along. Fly to center, bunted to sacrifice, but it became a base hit when it rolled right to the foul line. Lupke couldn't make the play. This is a perfect bunt. Hudson over to cover, and the putout made 1-4. So 2 outs and Carroll in scoring position, and leadoff hitter D. Gordon steps up.
Well, if the last name Gordon rings a bell, folks, and you've heard of a guy by the name of Tom Flash Gordon, D is the son of Tom, who pitched in the big leagues 21 seasons. Kansas City, Boston, Chicago Cubs, Houston, Chicago White Sox, Yankees, Phillies, finished up with the D-backs. Pretty good pitcher in the day, 3-time All-Star.
So you can just imagine this young D just was living the baseball life.
Absolutely.
Following his dad. Like all the kids that have the privilege of being able to come out early and be on a big league ball field, and their dad throwing them batting practice or hitting them fungos.
Do you remember any kids, Dick, when you were with the Angels, of guys that made it to the big leagues?
One immediately comes to mind. And that was catcher Bob Boone.
Oh, yeah.
And his young sons, both of whom you could see even when they were 8, 9, 10 years old, they really had talent. Both got to the big leagues.
Aaron and Brett.
2 strikes the count on Gordon. Breaking ball for a strike. All right, Eric Cameron, you've got an inning of major league relief pitching in the book. You strike out your first big league hitter. Well done. Here come the Padres, Guzman, Hudson, and Cunningham in the 9th. A big day. Trevor Hoffman retirement ceremony before the game against the Marlins. A 1:35 Sunday start. Don't miss what should be a terrific emotional day. Get your tickets before they're gone at Padres.com/Trevor. First pitch swinging. Guzman fouls it off. Kershaw looking for his 4th complete game win and his first away from Dodger Stadium. As we told you earlier, he's 8-1 at home, but 4-3 on the road. But trying to go the full 9 and pick up his 13th win of the year. Guzman has 2 of the Padres' 6 hits. Knocking in a run in the first inning and doubling in the 4th. Struck out in the 6th, 2 for 3. So that's the 0-2 pitch. Instead of always bouncing a slider, why not throw it up and in? You know, just kind of back him off a little bit.
I don't think he's going to throw him a fastball for a strike, but you make a good point. That was a by design fastball up and in. Breaking ball here, you betcha.
And he's got him. 4th strikeout for Kershaw. Cold Hard Blast. It's presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Orlando Hudson with this cold hard blast into the center field bullpen of the Padres for his 3rd home run. One of the 2 runs scored by San Diego tonight. Hudson had grounded out twice to short prior to that home run, measured at 411 feet. High with a fastball. Ground ball sharply to short. Gordon. And the Padres are down to their final out. That was the 106th pitch of the night by Kershaw. 23 years old. What a future.
Pitches like he's been in the big leagues for 10 years, doesn't he?
And I would dare say he's probably after the game would say, I didn't have my best stuff, and yet here he is going the full 9. Cunningham pops it up. That'll make the seats. He's grounded to short, popped to short, and bounced to third.
Once again tonight, I know there's one out to go, but the Padres just haven't been able to string any hits together. Hey, Hot Dog Head's got the baseball. He's going home with a souvenir.
Ground ball off the fist, right to third. Blake across, and the ball game is over. The Dodgers have won 6-2. Kershaw with his 13th win of the season. He is all of an all-star. So the Dodgers make it 7-3 on the season against the Padres. We'll be back with the final totals. A 6-2 LA win tonight. But first we pause for these words.